How's it going, guys? So in today's video, I'm going to break down and explain why it is time for the Colorado Rockies to rebuild their team now. And as always, if you guys can, please like and subscribe. Anyway, let's get into the video. So when the Nolan Arenado trade was announced, I wanted to make a video on why they shouldn't just stop at Arenado. Current general manager Jeff Bridich actually put together a pretty good team, but sadly the Rockies are not as good as they used to be. While it may seem crazy, just a few years ago in the 2017 and 2018 seasons, the Rockies made the playoffs. So in 2017, the Rockies made their wildcard round, but they lost. However, in 2018, the Rockies had a great season as they forced the juggernaut Dodgers into a game 163 to decide who would win the division. Sadly, the Rockies lost, but they beat the Cubs in the wild-card round before losing to the World Series-bound Dodgers. This was a team that if luck had rolled their way, or if they added another good player or two, they could have been World Series contenders. And with a core of Nolan Arenado, Trevor Story, Charlie Blackmon, David Dahl, German Marquez, and Kyle Freeland, that was certainly possible. However, a series of questionable decisions led by the Rockies front office has led them to the stage where the team is now. The two main things that have plagued the Rockies are their questionable free agent signings and their player development. So during this time, the Rockies signed relievers Bryan Shaw, Jake McGee, and Wade Davis to large contracts. Now for the Rockies, if they have ever wanted to get a premium pitcher or reliever, they're going to have to overpay. However, Shaw, McGee, and Davis were aging pitchers who looked like they were going to decline vastly. Instead of signing younger starters or relievers, the Rockies opted to choose these three. This is a huge reason why they are here now. The signings backfired as only Davis finished out his contract with the Rockies and he did terrible. Adding the signings of veterans Daniel Murphy and Ian Desmond did not help the Rockies either. The other issue for the Rockies has been their player development. For the past few years, they have been ranked as one of the worst farm systems in baseball by every major sports news outlet. I did a little research, and since 2015 to 2017, they only produced 6 players that have made the big leagues. Of course, players drafted during this time will make their debuts in later years, but none are rated too highly. These 7 players have combined for negative 0.7 wins above replacement. This has been one of the main reasons that separates them from the Dodgers, because the Dodgers have produced solid major league players every year, helping to replenish their farm team. From 2015 to 2017, they have produced 14 players with many more on the way. So far, these 14 players have produced a combined 14.9 wins above replacement. Obviously, the Rockies need to replenish their farm system. And I think they did a good job in their draft when they picked Zach Veen, Drew Romo, Chris McMahon, Sam Weatherly, and Jack Blomgren. But those guys aren't enough for their future teams. While the Rockies traded Arenado for Alerhis Montero, Austin Gomber, Tony Locey, Mateo Gil, and Jake Sommers, that was a start. The Rockies were realistically never going to get a huge haul for Arenado because of his contract. After the trade, general manager Jeff Bridich stated that the Rockies were not going to rebuild. But if they aren't, what's the point? They just traded a franchise legend who had 6 years left on his contract. Now the Rockies were never going to contend even with Arenado next season. But if they think they can contend without Arenado, then that's just crazy. Also, some of their best players, Trevor Story, John Gray, and Michael Gibbons, will be free agent. This is a team that is a mess, and they should try to get as many prospects as possible. The Rockies need to start rebuilding now, especially as they could probably get nice packages for Story, Gibbons, and Gray. But if they wait till the trade deadline, they could still fetch some nice players, but their values would have declined because teams could only have them now for half a season. Now, their best trade chip of all is German Marquez. Marquez is a solid young pitcher and already one of the best in Rockies history. While trading Marquez would hurt, his value is at an all-time high, and they could probably get a really nice package for Marquez. Since making his debut in 2016, Marquez has been worth 14 wins above replacement and has a record of 42 wins and 30 losses with a 4.24 ERA. Last season was great for Marquez as he had a 1.7 WAR, 4 wins and 6 losses, but he had a 3.75 earned run average. Many teams would go after Marquez and give up a huge haul, which would help the Rockies very much. With the Dodgers and Padres not going away anytime soon, it would be best for the Rockies to get players that have an expected time of arrival around when Zach Veen and Drew Romo make their big league debuts. That should slot the Rockies contending around 2023 to 2024. The Rockies shouldn't be in this position that they are now, but bad front office decisions and bad owner decisions has led to their downfall. The Rockies are one of the cheapest teams in baseball, but they shouldn't be, as Denver actually has a decent market. Hopefully for the Rockies, this can all get resolved, and hopefully they have really good teams in the future. If you guys have enjoyed this video, then please like and subscribe, and tell me what you think of the Rockies state in the comments section below. Thanks for watching.